शोकेस कोई आपने
Well,
अ,
yes, of course. पहली तो मैं इसके ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिव कमेंट
So,
ये करूंगा
so
कि
Sid, I basically shared a letter with you. If you would kindly share that on the screen, and I think that would shed some light in terms of why, and in terms of why there is so much support in terms of uh, the United States for Israel in particular, especially in the last 20 odd years. This is an open letter from the evangelical Christians to and I think not many people actually realize how much influence they carry. And the day that letter was made public, this was only about. Uh, please, Sid, can you go through? Could you read
yes,
the
yes, yes,
letter
yes.
for me so we
Yes,
can like complete on that?
evangelical statement in support of Israel. In the wake of the evil and indefensible atrocities now committed against the people of Israel by Hamas, we, the undersigned, equivocally condemn the violence against the vulnerable, fully support Israel's right and duty to defend itself against further attack, and urgently call all Christians to pray for the salvation and peace of the people of Israel and Palestine. While our theological perspective on Israel and church may vary, we are unified in calling attacks against Jewish people especially troubling as they have been often targeted by their neighbors since God called them and his people in the days of Abraham in Genesis 12:1-3. Since the inception of modern state of Israel in 1948, Israel has faced numerous attacks, incursions, and violations of its national sovereignty. The Jewish people have long endured genocidal attempts to eradicate them and to destroy the Jewish state. The anti-Semitic deadly ideologies and terrorist actions must be opposed. Israel stands as a rare example of democracy in a region dominated by authoritarian regimes. The tragic event of October 7th further underscores the importance of democracy in our world and stand as a sober reminder that supporting Israel's right to exist is both urgent and needed. In keeping with Christian just war traditions, we also affirm the legitimacy of Israel's right to respond against those who have initiated these attacks as Romans 13 this is a Bible verse, grants government the power to bear the sword against those who commit such evil acts against innocent life. Furthermore, we recognize the dignity and personhood of all persons living in the Middle East and affirm God's love for them as well as his offer of salvation through Jesus Christ to all people. We also recognize the difficulty ministry of Jewish and Palestinian believers who labor for the gospel. We pray for their protection and for God's blessing on their gospel ministry. Finally, we call on American policymakers to use their power to take all forms of terrorism seriously and call government and civil authorities to confront evil work to prevent future attacks so that the innocent and vulnerable will be protected. May God bring peace to Middle East. This
Now,
is
my
the
question
evangelical
is,
letter.
my question is, this was a letter addressed to the Congress, to directly to these people have access to the President of the United States, and they happen to sit in the very heart of the decision making uh, mechanisms within Washington, D.C., within the White House. Now, the question is if this is not religious extremism, I don't know what is. Yes, it's a religious matter.